Welcome back to our series about the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. While the Games have now concluded, the path to that moment had been paved with uncertainty. The athletes were there and the flame was lit, but for months, the real competition wasn't on the snow, it was on the construction sites. The road to the opening ceremony was a frantic race against the clock. The most nerve-wracking chapter of this story belonged to the Pallitalia Arena in Milan's Santa Giulia district. As the flagship venue for indoor ice events, it played an integral role in the Games. However, the project was plagued by severe delays, with uncertainty looming over its completion until the very last moment. In fact, the arena was still unfinished in January, with a test event taking place only that month. This was a massive deviation from protocol, given that standard test events were typically held more than a year in advance. Ultimately, the venue was secured just in time for the Games, although cosmetic finishing works reportedly continued even as the competition began. Unfortunately, the complications were not limited to Milan. In the Dolomites, the reconstruction of the Eugenio Monti Sliding Center in Cortina d'Ampezzo sparked intense controversy. Despite explicit recommendations from the IOC to utilize existing venues abroad to reduce costs and environmental impact, organizers proceeded with a new €80 million construction project. This decision led to extremely tight deadlines and protests from environmental groups, turning the venue into a symbol of political pride rather than sustainability. Furthermore, the logistical challenge of connecting two host cities separated by over 400 kilometers remained a critical pressure point. The system faced an immediate stress test with suspected acts of sabotage targeting the railway network, an eerie echo of the attacks during the Paris Olympics. While transport operations eventually held steady, the incident highlighted a major vulnerability, raising critical questions about event security. Join us for the final part of our series, where we investigated the full scale of safety measures that protected the Olympic Games 2026.